Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because hip-hop's latest meltdown makes keeping up with the Kardashians look like Sunday school. T.I. has officially snapped, and not in the cute "I'm dropping a new single" way. We're talking finger-pointing, table-slamming, expeditiously unhinged fury aimed straight at the troll king himself, 50 Cent, and just when you thought that was enough chaos, King Harris decided it was his turn on the mic, dropping family secrets so messy, so jaw-dropping. They make Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Confessions look like a bedtime story. This isn't rap beef. This is reality TV with better soundtracks. 1 second, 50 is clowning T.I. with memes that could end a career. The next, King Harris is spilling tea about what really happens behind Harris family gates, secrets that might just break the internet. And T.I.? He's spiraling like a Wi-Fi router on stormy night. The memes? Explosive. The celebrity reactions? Pure chaos. And the fans? They're eating it up like Popeye's chicken sandwiches in 2019. So grab your popcorn, keep your Wi-Fi charged, and lock in, because the saga of T.I. versus 50 Cent with King Harris exposing family secrets is about to get so outrageous. You'll swear it was scripted by Netflix. The world thought they'd seen T.I. mad before, during his old beefs, his political rants, even his infamous expeditiously TED Talk vibes on Instagram Live, but nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared us for this latest meltdown. Because when 50 Cent dragged the Harris family into his trolling Hall of Fame, Tip didn't just clap back, he went nuclear. And just when the smoke was rising, King Harris, the self-proclaimed street prince of Atlanta suburbia, dropped a revelation so shocking it turned a petty beef into a family scandal that could fill 10 seasons of reality TV. Let's rewind the chaos. It all started, as these things always do, with a meme. 50 Cent posted an edit of T.I. pointing in court, captioned, "Expeditiously guilty. Classic 50, petty, precise, and designed to sting harder than child support payments." The internet laughed, retweeted, and memed it into oblivion. But T.I.? He wasn't laughing. Within hours, Tip went live, red in the face, voice booming, calling 50 a washed-up clown hiding behind Instagram likes, and the crowd went wild. Fans split into Team Tip versus Team 50 like it was WWE SmackDown. Hashtags like hashtag expeditiously, CLOWNED, and hashtag King of Trolls shot up the trending list. Comment sections became digital bar fights, with one side screaming, "Respect the King of the South," and the other chanting, "Nobody beats 50 on petty points." But that wasn't the plot twist. The real chaos came when King Harris, already drowning in controversy after his sentencing fiasco, hopped online and said, "Y'all think this is funny, but y'all don't even know the half of what goes on in this family." Boom, just like that. A petty feud turned into a public confession booth. What did he reveal? Oh, buckle up, because King Harris wasn't dropping lightweight tea. He was spilling nuclear secrets. He claimed the Harris household wasn't as polished as the reality shows made it look. Behind the gated mansions and glossy magazine covers, King alleged there were explosive fights, financial stress, and betrayals that nobody on TV would ever dare show. One of his biggest bombs? That T.I.'s outbursts weren't new. They were constant. "My pop's been snapping my whole life," King said. "What y'all saw in court? That's breakfast in our house," the internet gasped. Suddenly, memes of T.I. slamming his hand on the dinner table with the caption, "Pass the grits, expeditiously," went viral. TikTok creators reenacted imaginary Harris family dinners, with King yelling secrets and Tip lecturing like a college professor. What was meant as a raw confession turned into a comedy genre all its own. But it didn't stop there. King hinted at financial issues, suggesting the Harris empire wasn't as rock-solid as fans believed. All that glitz and glam? Half of it's smoke and mirrors, he said. The revelation shook fans who had always seen T.I. and Tiny as Atlanta's power couple. Blogs ran headlines like, "King Harris exposes Harris family secrets. Is the empire crumbling?" Suddenly, what was once a rap beef became a full-blown soap opera, and the reactions? Explosive. Rappers who had beefed with Tip in the past couldn't resist chiming in. 50 Cent, of course, laughed the loudest. He reposted King's video with the caption, "Even the kids know." Hashtag family business expeditiously. The internet erupted. One side said 50 was savage for dragging family drama into his trolling circus. The other side applauded, declaring him the undefeated champ of petty wars once again. Boosie, because of course, hopped on IG Live, defending King's right to speak out. That boy telling his truth. Y'all mad? I respect it. But fans dragged Boosie too, reminding him he inserts himself into more family scandals than Dr. Phil. McNeil added fuel with another vague tweet. Sometimes it be your own family exposing the cracks. Fans went into detective mode, arguing whether Meek was siding with King, shading 50, or just fishing for likes. Even reality stars jumped into the mess. Tamar Braxton tweeted, "This is giving real reunion vibes. Somebody call Andy Cohen and Jocelyn Hernandez?" She simply wrote, "The family secrets always taste better than the chicken wings." The mess had crossed genres from rap beef to reality show gossip to mainstream meme culture, but not everyone was entertained. Critics called King's revelations disrespectful and accused him of throwing his parents under the bus for clout. Comment sections filled with debates. Was King bravely speaking his truth, or was he adding fuel to an already humiliating fire? Either way, the chaos was unstoppable. Fans started imagining a Harris family tell-all documentaries. Mock titles included Expeditiously Dysfunctional, Keeping Up with the Harrises, and Love and Hip Hop, Family Secrets. Streaming services were tagged relentlessly by fans joking, "Netflix, don't miss this bag." And honestly, with the drama unfolding, it didn't sound far-fetched. The Harris brand, once Atlanta's version of hip-hop royalty, was now being dissected like a Kardashian scandal. And all because 50 Cent couldn't resist cracking a joke, T.I. couldn't resist snapping, and King Harris couldn't resist spilling dot. By the end of the first week, the narrative had flipped. What started as T.I. versus 50 Cent was now the Harris family versus the internet. Every move they made was analyzed, memed, mocked, or magnified. And the big question looming wasn't whether T.I. could clap back at 50. It was whether the Harris family could survive King's shocking revelations without tearing itself apart. Because in hip-hop, loyalty is currency. And when your own son starts airing out secrets, the vault is wide open and the culture is cashing in. If the first round of King Harris revelations was a spark, the escalation was a full-on inferno, and everybody in hip-hop was grabbing marshmallows to roast over it. What started as 50 Cent trolling T.I. morphed into King airing family laundry. And now the whole culture was watching the Harris dynasty unravel in real time like it was the Super Bowl of scandals. Memes hit warp speed. One viral edit had King Harris sitting on the iconic red table next to Jada Pinkett Smith, captioned, "The Harris Confessions." Another showed T.I. mid-snap, finger pointed, with the words, "Expeditiously mad about secrets." TikTok creators reimagined the Harris household like The Office, with King breaking the fourth wall to whisper family drama into the camera while T.I. ranted in the background. Within hours, hashtag Harris Secrets was trending worldwide, pulling in millions of views across every platform. 50 Cent, of course, was thriving. He dropped meme after meme, clowning both T.I. and King like it was his full-time job. One showed T.I. lecturing with a dictionary in hand, captioned, "Big words, little control." Another had King photoshopped into a reality TV promo poster reading, "Keeping Up with King, expeditiously messy." The comments exploded. Fans crowned 50 the undefeated memweight champion, saying he didn't need a diss track when his Instagram alone was a battlefield. But here's the twist. King Harris didn't back down. Instead of retreating, he doubled down on his truth-teller act. On another Instagram live, he claimed, "I'm just saying what everybody's scared to say. Y'all think we perfect? Nah, my family been dysfunctional since day one." The internet collectively gasped, then erupted into laughter, then demanded more. King had just positioned himself not as the spoiled celebrity kid, but as the whistleblower of Harris family chaos, and celebrities couldn't resist weighing in. Snoop Dogg, ever the smooth uncle of rap, commented on a post, "Nephew speaking his truth. Let the boy cook." That alone sparked thousands of memes with King photoshopped as a chef in prison stripes, stirring a pot labeled Family Secrets. Meanwhile, Boosie went full preacher mode on IG Live, King saying what he feel. "Y'all mad? Let him get it off his chest." Fans roasted him instantly. Boosie defending King like he getting paid in lemon pepper wings. Meek Mill added another cryptic tweet. "The ones closest to you got the loudest voice on the world watching." As usual, fans turned it into a guessing game. Was he siding with King? shading Tip, or just tweeting poetry for clout. Even Cardi B chimed in during a live stream, laughing. Asterisk. This whole T.I. and 50 thing turned into King dropping bombs. It's giving love and hip-hop. Atlanta Courthouse Edition. Fans clipped it and ran wild with memes of Cardi hosting the Harris family reunion. Special, but not all reactions were playful. Critics started dragging T.I., accusing him of losing control of his household. How you the king of the South but can't control your own castle? One viral tweet read. Others mocked him for letting 50 bait him so easily. Everybody knows 50 thrives off beef. Tip walked right into the trap expeditiously. Tiny wasn't spared either. Fans bombarded her socials with questions. Sis, are the secrets true? Screenshots of her ignoring comments only made the speculation worse. Blogs ran with headlines like, "Is Tiny silent because King's secrets are real?" Suddenly, the Harris family brand was being shredded from every angle by fans, media, rappers, and their own son, and then came the memes about King's credibility. Some fans roasted him for acting like a truth teller when, in their eyes, he'd been cosplaying street life for years. King Harris exposing family drama like he not the same kid who fought in Waffle House wearing designer clothes, one viral tweet said. Others compared him to Tekashi 6ix9ine, saying he was snitching on his own family instead of a gang. But for every critic, there were supporters. Some fans argued King was brave, finally peeling back the curtain on a celebrity family but had carefully curated its image for years. He's not disrespecting. He's keeping it real, one post read, racking up thousands of likes. Another added, sometimes the truth hurts, even when it's your own blood spilling it. The debate spread like wildfire. Podcasts dedicated entire episodes to analyzing King's comments. Joe Budden ranted, "I'm not mad at King. He's young, emotional, and probably tired of being a prop in his parents' image. Let the boy talk." Academics, on the other hand, laughed hysterically on Twitch, calling King's family secrets the equivalent of a dollar store tell-all. Fans clipped his rant and turned it into yet another meme cycle. But the most shocking reaction came from Ya Rule, yes, Rule 50 Cent's eternal nemesis. He tweeted, "King just doing what 50 did to me years ago. Expose the truth." The internet collapsed into laughter. Fans clowned him mercilessly. Ya trying to sneak into beef that don't even involve him. Memes of Ya popping up in random. Family photos trended for hours. Meanwhile, industry insiders whispered that King's confessions might land him a reality TV deal. Rumors swirled that Zeus Network, the messy empire behind shows like Baddies, was already drafting contracts. A mock poster leaked online reading "King of Chaos, the Harris Tell-All." Fans debated whether it was real or a troll, but either way, it felt painfully plausible. And in the middle of it all, 50 Cent thrived. Every Harris misstep became another trophy for his Troll Hall of Fame. He didn't just win the beef. He turned it into a Netflix-worthy saga starring himself as the puppet master and the Harris family as unwilling actors. Fans crowned him petty godfather with one viral post reading, "50 doesn't beef. He directs reality TV with memes." By this point, the feud wasn't about music, clout, or even family secrets anymore. It had evolved into something bigger, a cultural spectacle. It wasn't just T.I. versus 50. It wasn't just King versus the internet. It was the Harris family versus the world. And the fallout was only beginning. Because if King's first round of secrets caused this much chaos, fans were salivating at the thought of what else he might reveal. Would he air out money problems? Hidden betrayals? Behind-the-scenes fights we'd only imagined? The cliffhanger energy was too strong. Because in the world of hip-hop scandals, once Pandora's box is open, there's no shutting it expeditiously. By the time the smoke should have cleared, the Harris family found themselves trapped in a cultural hurricane with no exit. What began as 50 Cent poking fun and T.I. snapping back had ballooned into a full-blown crisis, one where King Harris' loose lips weren't just sinking ships. They were torpedoing the entire Harris fleet. Let's start with King. The so-called truth teller role he carved out came with a heavy price. At first, fans couldn't get enough of his revelations. They devoured every word, clipped every live stream, dissected every hint of secrets he dropped. But as the weeks dragged on, the mood shifted. People began questioning his motives. Was he really exposing dysfunction out of frustration, or was he just leveraging family drama for clout and potential reality TV checks? One viral thread broke it down like this: King Harris doesn't want to be famous for music. He wants to be famous for mess. And right now, he's winning. Another fan posted, "He out here treating his family like an episode of Zeus Network." Someone called Jocelyn Hernandez, "It's giving reunion drama." The memes got crueler, but the clicks kept coming, and T.I.? His reputation as the wise elder of hip-hop was obliterated. For years, he tried to brand himself as a thinker, a mogul, a rapper turned mentor who could drop bars and TED Talk wisdom in the same breath. Now, he was seen as the dad who couldn't control his household, who let 50 Cent bait him into chaos, and whose own son had become the family whistleblower. Headlines blared, from King of the South to King of Family Drama. Even within the industry, whispers spread. Rappers who once looked up to Tip now chuckled behind closed doors. "He spent all that time preaching about loyalty," one insider said, "but his own son out here spilling tea for free." The irony was too delicious for his rivals to ignore. Tiny, as always, became the silent center of sympathy and mockery all at once. Clips of her crying during court resurfaced alongside King's confessions, and fans labeled her the tragic figure caught in the crossfire. Memes of her side-eyeing T.I. went viral with captions like, "When you knew the secrets but hoped your kid wouldn't snitch." The Harris brand wasn't just cracking, it was collapsing in real time. Meanwhile, 50 Cent celebrated like he'd just won another championship. Every time King revealed a new family secret, 50 reposted it with laughing emojis. Every meltdown T.I. had, 50 weaponized it into another meme. He didn't need a diss track. His Instagram became a 24/7 comedy club dedicated to Harris family chaos. Fans crowned him petty god, reminding everyone that in the game of rap beef, 50 never loses, he just multiplies his wins. But the aftermath wasn't just jokes and memes. The real-world consequences began piling up. Insiders whispered that T.I. had business deals quietly falling through. Brands don't like chaos, and attaching themselves to a family whose son is out here spilling dysfunction on IG Live wasn't exactly appealing. Even some of his TV projects reportedly faced delays. Industry code for, "We don't want to deal with this circus." And then came the rumors about family fractures. Blogs speculated that T.I. and King weren't speaking after the revelations. Some claimed Tip told close friends. He embarrassed the family name. Ain't no coming back from that. Others said Tiny was stuck in the middle, trying to hold things together while both her husband and son dug deeper holes with every word. The internet, of course, ate it up. Fans debated whether King's honesty was bravery or betrayal. One camp argued he was finally holding his famous parents accountable. The other said he was just disrespectful, burning down the empire his family built. Comment sections turned into battlefield trenches, with thousands arguing endlessly. And through it all, King Harris doubled down. Rumors swirled he was in talks for his own podcast. Titles like King Unfiltered and Expeditiously Exposed circulated online, half as jokes, half as predictions. The terrifying part? They sounded plausible. Because in today's content economy, chaos is currency, and King had just minted his own. Meanwhile, fans began predicting the inevitable, a Harris family reality show reboot. "Forget T.I. and Tiny, the family hustle," one tweet read. "We need the family struggle." Memes mocked up fake posters. T.I. fuming, King spilling tea, Tiny sighing in the background. Fans tagged Zeus Network, VH1, even Netflix, begging for a green light. And honestly, with the level of drama, it was only a matter of time, but the deeper truth beneath the laughter was brutal. The Harris family wasn't just fighting 50 Cent anymore, they were fighting themselves. The brand they built over decades of music, TV, hustle, and influence was unraveling at the hands of their own son. And the culture couldn't decide whether to laugh, cry, or grab more popcorn. By the end, one reality loomed large. The feud had reshaped everyone's legacy. King Harris wasn't remembered for music. He was remembered as the kid who turned on his own family for clicks. I wasn't the King of the South. He was the dad who got dragged by both his son and 50 Cent simultaneously. Tiny wasn't the quiet backbone. She was the tragic cutaway shot in every meme. And 50? He wasn't just a rapper anymore. He was the undefeated troll god of hip-hop, sitting atop a throne built from the ruins of other people's reputations, but the cliffhanger was undeniable. Fans asked, would King reveal more secrets? Would Ti finally silence 50 with a diss track of his own? Or would this feud keep spiraling until the Harris family signed their dysfunction over to reality TV producers? Nobody knew. What everyone knew, though, was this: the story wasn't finished. Because in hip-hop, scandals don't end, they evolve. And the Harris family saga was only getting started, and there you have it. The Harris family saga that spiraled from petty memes into a full-blown soap opera. T.I. didn't just snap. He detonated. 50 Cent didn't just troll. He orchestrated. And King Harris? He didn't just stir the pot. He flipped the entire dinner table and served us family secrets hotter than Atlanta asphalt in. This wasn't rap beef. This wasn't reality TV. This wasn't reality TV. This was both blended into a scandal smoothie so wild it makes the Kardashians look like saints. The King of the South got clowned, the King of Petty won another crown, and King Harris himself became the accidental prince of chaos. And the internet? We turned it into the funniest, messiest cultural moment of the year, but now the mic drops in your lap. Was King Harris brave for exposing the cracks in his family empire, or was he just hungry for clout? Was T.I. a father defending his dynasty, or a man unraveling in real time? And was 50 Cent just clowning for laughs, or proving once again that nobody, not rappers, not actors, not entire families, can survive his troll game? Drop your verdict in the comments, because the jury of the internet never rests, and don't even think about bouncing without showing love. Smash that like button like 50 smashes careers. Hit subscribe harder than T.I. slammed that courtroom desk. And ring that notification bell like King Harris rings IG Live when he's ready to spill tea. Because tomorrow, another meltdown's brewing, another scandal's cooking. And Trent Tattle will be right here to serve it. Louder, funnier, and messier than anyone else. This is Trent Tattle, where secrets don't stay buried, they go viral.